So we made it to the train station. Gonna go meet the gang. We're gonna ride up to Boston. Gonna be a fun day. See you later.
So, the method of transportation for me at the parade was to take the commuter rail. Pretty easy for me. There's a stop at the airport in Warwick, so me and my buddies, we went up together. It was really nice to go up with them because I don't get to see them that much, especially with the season going on. Jack and I are so busy, but it was fun. Lots of people waiting for this train 7:16 departure. Everybody knows the parade is no joke, so it was pretty cool. Got my coffee, got my bagel, met everybody, and waited. And we got up there at a pretty reasonable time because Jack and I had access to the pre-parade Celtics event, which big shout out to the Celtics for having the two of us. It was awesome, really cool to see, and you guys will get to see that in a minute. But yeah, early train, so I made sure I could get there on time. Didn't want to deal with traffic. You know how Jack and I feel about that.
Off the train, headed in. Let's go.
The ride wasn't too bad there. It was like an hour 10. Went into Back Bay, as you saw the little clip from the station, then took the Orange Line, got to North Station. And it was a busy place. You see all the people. It was flooded. I mean, they said, 1 million people? 1.5 million people came to the parade, so of course it's going to be busy. It was pretty cool. They were giving out free Celtics champion towels, so I got one of those. And as you'll see, I was headed to the Garden event. It was about 9:15. Little worried about getting there on time. Got to walk past the duck boats, but overall, awesome time. You get to see the little back entrance in and what it's like when you go walk up to the court. So enjoy that. So the event itself was pretty cool. They had a nice section for all of us in the media. The players all came out. They played a cool video. So enjoy that.
It's special, and I'm looking forward to Game 5.
Everybody's super excited about this team and what we've accomplished and what we have the chance to accomplish.
Handoff from Holland to Hauser. Quick three. Got it. Deflected away. Derek White dives to the foreground. Goes up. Layup. It's Chris Pritchard. He loves these. Puts it up half court of the buzzer. Bang! He's done it again. Holiday, the left hand off the glass. Now drives. Finds Porzingis. Forces it right side. Derek White. His three. Got it.
And many thought they couldn't win together. They have become a dynamic duo and ready to be a championship duo.
And they are closing in on the finish line. So many doubted they would ever see.
It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible.
Get ready to raise an 18th man of Boston. The Celtics are once again the winningest franchise in the history of the NBA.
The best team in basketball all year. All the work, all the sacrifice, handling the enormous weight of massive expectations.
The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Yeah, so the pre-parade event was pretty cool. They brought all of these players out one by one. They started off with some of the G League guys. Drew Peterson was first, J.D. Davison, and so on. They went down the line. Everybody took a seat in these big, high-top gold chairs that they had out around Lucky at midcourt. Eddie Palladino was introducing these guys one by one. I tried to pan up to the Jumbotron as much as I could to try and get an up-close shot of them. The iPhone didn't exactly do it justice. Maybe I'll get a real camera if I decide to keep vlogging. But yeah, they brought him out. Scal held a Q&A, kind of went through, asked the starting 5+1, the big 6. Just some simple questions. Asked Tatum about the trip to Miami, how it went. Was it easier than normal? Of course, the answer kind of went viral where it was like, oh, all the trips to Miami are easy. Kind of fair. Celtics do win their games in Miami. They just struggle for whatever reason at home against the Heat. A few questions about Al Horford. They asked Drew Holiday what it's like to actually be on the Celtics side of the rivalry between them and the Bucks, and he said, when I came here, I wasn't exactly sure how people would treat me, if they would be still angry at me, but no, everybody was pretty happy. You had a really cool mix of people. It was media people, so Jack, me, Bobby, Noah, Cam, Dan from Clutch Points, Justin Turpin, Kari was there, all of the big boys. We were all sitting together. Then we had family members that were there, so Richard White walked by us as they were calling people the duck boats. Jalen's mom was there. His brother was in the crowd too. And then they had like select special guests. The Green Runs Deep guy was there. Dave Portnoy was a few rows ahead of Jack and I. And just some season ticket holder people that you might recognize. The guy that wears the Celtics top hat was there. So it seems like they took good care of all the people that are a big part of the community. They invited them to this nice event. And then some of them got to go on the duck boats. Those of us that didn't, we went out through the concourse, got right outside towards the steps where you would enter the garden. We got to watch from there. I'll show the clips of what it looks like when you go out and you just see all the people. Yeah, the view from the top of the escalators is pretty crazy. You can see like people packed out on Causeway. Really great view. Then we went down to the street itself. This is where I watched the parade from, which is good to be here, but lots of people turned out. Great from the city. Good work. Good work. So I turned down the volume just a little bit so I could talk, and also so nobody who's listening with headphones has their eardrums absolutely bodied. But I can assure you it was loud. As you can see, the Celtics did not skimp on the confetti. Walking around the streets throughout the entire day, you saw a ton of it. I know they had it cleaned up. Don't worry, it's not out there polluting the Commonwealth. But lots of people, great turnout, a lot of music. You hear the Celtics dancers float coming by, playing Crazy Train. If I was on a float and they just had the giant speakers, have to be there. I don't know how they did it. Big credit to them. That's a loud noise to deal with the entire duration of the parade. You see the Missoula float come by now. They had all these Believe in Boston flags. Joe, his family, Barstool Hank with his bald head, all floating past. The Horford float was next. Al had the cowboy hat on. He had the Brady shirt on, drunk from the Tampa Bay Bucks parade. Points at Jan Packard, who was wearing the Al Horford is Good t-shirt, along with Justin Turpin. Throughout the parade, there were a ton of different highlights, like the Missoula video of him jumping off the float with a torn meniscus, going, high-fiving all the fans lined along the barricade. It was pretty incredible to see. It's just another example of him being so proud to be a Celtic, so proud to be from New England, and embracing the fan base. You see Green Runs Deep, a key member of the fan base on the Porzingis float up there celebrating with all the gang. You had the moment where Sam Hauser threw up. I think Jack and I were unsure if he threw up. Then some of the commenters made it very apparent to us that he did indeed have to throw up on the float, which is very tough. But you could see like all of the players really enjoying themselves. They were very proud of what they'd achieved, as they should be. Tatum getting to hold the trophy the entire time. Jaylen Brown having the Finals MVP trophy. I think they might have had the game ball on Jalen's float too. They had some basketball. I'm not entirely sure where it was from, what the significance was, but that was something else I saw. You had O'Shea Brissett and Springer sharing a float. Derek White was on there with his dad, which must have been pretty cool for Mr. White, who grew up a Celtics fan. Overall, just a really great experience. Again, tons of people came out. I think it was over 1 million. So the city of Boston understands what it's like to win, how to celebrate, and the parade did not disappoint. I'm going to let this roll now with some music, a little fast forward, sped up, and then I'll be back. Oh, there's the Larry O'Brien trophy. Look at that. There's JT again up on the duck boat. Oh, no, that's the 08 duck boat. Sorry. 08 duck boat. Eddie House, Paul Pierce, Leon Poe, they all had the trophy. But yeah, I'm going to let this roll. I'll talk about the trip back in a minute. See ya. after seeing this part of the parade, Jack, me, some of the rest of the round table took the green line across town to catch the back end of the parade, and it was a lot of fun. Got to see Sam Hauser take his shirt off, which everyone wants to see, but tea was packed on the way there, would not recommend. But after that, met up with my friends again, got lunch, then decided it was time to go home, so we headed back to South Station to get the commuter rail, and they had all of the commuter rail people outside, so you had to kind of not guess, but you had to get in line for your specific train, and for us. So there's a Kingston line that goes to Kingston, Mass. We thought it was going to Kingston, Rhode Island. It was a very long afternoon for us, even longer because on the way to the wrong Kingston, the train stopped.
Thoughts on the train being stopped?
I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. It's wild, man. What's going on? It's been like 20 minutes. That's what break time is. But what are we doing? That's all.
So once we get to the wrong station, we make the decision to take an Uber home. Uber takes just as long as the regular train ride would take. Costs us a total of $150, and it made for a much longer afternoon than any of us had bargained for. So, yeah, I mean, it was a day, definitely worth going to the parade, but very sad ending. We took the wrong train. This is a terrible day.
It's okay.